Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Dragonheir SilentGods video. In today's video, I want to talk about a certain champion that I cannot believe that I slept on for so long. It's basically a free champion that everybody gets at the beginning of Dragonheir. So in the first few minutes while you go through the tutorial, he's actually the first epic that everybody gets as part of the story, and that is Isitarian, the summon unit. So we, for those of you that have been watching YouTube content for a little while, you know that sometimes the summons are not quite the best, they're hard to make work and all of that. But ever since he has been buffed, which has been quite a few months already, Isitarian is actually really good. So the way that he works is he brings on the passive, like as the battle starts, he summons a Dragon Remnant. It used to be the joke that he was basically he summoned a chicken. But no, he actually summons a Dragon Remnant that has a really good basic attack. Like he has basic attack that deals AoE damage 150%. That's pretty strong. Plus he gets more boost from using some of those scrolls on him. Then on the battle skill, Isitarian launches a fireball at a certain area, so good AoE. That does 175 damage, but also the dragon launches an attack as well. So this is basically 350 damage that you do on an AoE area. On a battle skill, that's pretty strong. Then the really powerful thing is also the ultimate, which not only, you know, does it bring some damage, but it's also good for enabling other summons. So not only is Isitarian, as you're gonna see, an amazing DPS on his own, but he can be a good enabler for any other summons that you bring, like Joyce. Maybe even you could even play with Charlach, that's gonna enhance his Fear Bearer. So what Isitarian does on the ultimate is he does a single target hit of 660, but he also grants 20% attack up for 8 seconds and attack speed 2 up, which increases their attack by 20%, that's powerful, to the Dragon Remnant and 2 allied undead creatures with the highest attack. So that's going to be the Fear Bearer, and if you have another summon, you know, that's going to be the other summon. Also, every allied undead creature on the battlefield increases damage dealt by this skill by 20%. Meanwhile, the duration of granting buffs increases by 2 seconds. So for every summon, if I understand this correctly, for every summon on the field, this one increases by 2 seconds. So first the Dragon Remnant goes up to 10. If you have another 2, then it goes up to 14, and so on. So I have not tested to see if I have, like, I don't know, 8 summons. Does this go on for a whole 20 seconds? But still, even without taking into account that that part of his kit, I'm just going to show you how powerful he actually is in, you know, in comparison to somebody like an Usha. You're going to be like, well, you're comparing to a rare. Yes, I am, but do keep in mind that somebody like an Usha does 100, what's that, 800, 1600 attack in that area when there is Frost out there, and I do have a Frost champion in the team. So, as an example, I'm even using Isitarian in my Goblin team, and you're gonna see that he's doing pretty good. Now, when we're going to be talking about the builds for him, which I'm going to show at the end what I'm actually using, it basically depends on the season, okay? Because different seasons have different gear sets, and also is going to depend on the areas that you're going to use him, okay? Because, for example, for Season 2 and Season 3, when you fight against the Chaos Shadows or any other boss fights where you can influence their attack by a little bit, having Emperor's Might is going to be the most powerful, as his attack and his damage overall is going to be scaling from that, and he's obviously going to do more damage. But if you don't have that, well, there's several options. For example, for Season 1, I think the one that I'm actually using on him right now is the Executioner, the one that makes you ignore 18% of the damage that you deal. So let's look at the battle result. This was just a quick Goblin run. He is actually the best DPS. He's at the top, where we have an Usha and even a Zarloth. He is the best DPS, and the builds are actually pretty similar. It's not like I use the worst set or whatnot, but the builds are actually pretty similar. Now, let me show you Grave of Venom, because I'm actually using him in every single area of the game. Like, he is my main DPS on this account. Keep in mind, this is a free-to-play account. Obviously, if you have top-tier legendaries, it's gonna be, you know, you might be using those top tier legendaries. But for example, against you know, this team in the Grave of Venom, same principle. He's the only actual DPS. I do have Losenia, I do have Vinyara, Torin, and then Aarian as the tank. But Losenia would be another one that could be a DPS, but she's more of an enabler for me because she's the one that has Witch's Remains. However, even if I did build her with damage, she's not gonna be able to, you know, she's not gonna pale in comparison to somebody like an Isitarian, as you can see how much his damage ramps up. It's he's just so powerful. I still cannot believe it. And you know what, at the end of the day, I'm really happy that this is the case, because most games, if you think about most gacha games out there, most of the time they give you some free champions, and they're usually really bad. Okay, like as an example, the legendary, even in this game, the legendary Charlach, maybe I don't know how to build him properly. Like, you know, maybe I have not found the right way to use him, but Charlach is not as good when it comes to damage as Isitarian. Like, I tried them both in the same team with pretty similar gears and gear sets and stuff like that, and Charlach was actually doing half the damage that Isitarian was doing. So, you know, overall, he's extremely powerful. Like, I cannot emphasize how strong he is. That's why I decided to make a specific, you know, champion spotlight on him, because again, one, he's really good DPS. Two, he's free. You know, everybody gets him. And three, honestly, in season 1, it's kind of like, he's kind of like the way to go. You know, if you get lucky and pull, you know, a couple of good Frost people or Necro people, you have the perfect synergy. Like, okay, I'm showing you something with full legendaries alongside him, but if we have a look at some examples just for this team, let's say I did not have Aarian, I could even use somebody like a, what's his name, Elvis. Could be a good tank. If not, I could even go with somebody like a Loris. Then Losenia doesn't have to be Losenia, you can go with somebody like a Rava. When it comes to the healers, I don't need Thorin, I could use even somebody like a Megan, because Megan is extremely powerful. Where's Megan? Megan, where? Oh yeah, she's actually built for me. You can even use a Megan. You can even use somebody like a Estella. For attack penalty, again, you just go over here and look. Whoever works for you, but overall, you know, he's really powerful because of what he brings. Again, I'm still shocked that I'm actually using him. Just gonna quickly show you that I'm using him even in the Grave of Curse. I'm not gonna do the full run. Just gonna show you that he's actually in this team as well, as long after the boss decides to come up. Oh yeah, for those of you that want to say like, oh man, you look so burnt, it's just the contrast and the colors. I am a little bit tanned. Like, yes, I'm tanned because I've been sitting in the sun, but I'm not burnt, okay? I'm not burning. So again, you see he's in this team as well. And you know what? Even in Vortex, I'm going to quickly run my Vortex again. Even though I already did it today, I'm just going to run Vortex again just to show you how much damage she actually does. Because I guess in a place like Vortex, that's the best spot to actually compare the damage that he does as opposed to somebody like an Usha, where, you know what, most people again should know that Usha is kind of like the benchmark, that one of the top tier DPSs of this game, because 1600 damage from a rare is really powerful. And the thing is, not only does Usha bring that damage on the ultimate, but she does have self-sustain on the battle skill. She does have some she has a cool passive that whenever there's frost out there, every single attack does double damage if there's frost out there. So if you have a good enabler like a Losenia or like a Rava, Usha should be shining. So basically, Usha is the best that she can actually be, okay, in this team. She has the frost, we do have Witch's Remains, she is protected even by Thorin, we have the attack up. It's like we have everything that Usha needs. We also have shields on her because the artifact that I'm using on her on Usha is the music box, and still, even with that, look who's at the top of the DPS. Isitarian just blows it out of the park. He's just amazing. I'm not gonna keep running it because even though it's like really fast, like amazing thing with the 10 times speed, but you do see how good he actually is. Look at the damage. She's doing 48% of damage, and Usha's basically at just what, 36%. So you know, you cannot. It doesn't compare. Surprisingly, it doesn't compare. Isitarian is just so good. The best way that I suggest building him is, honestly, since you get this for free, use this artifact on him, because you're not going to benefit for this one too much because you only do the summon once and that's about it. You don't get the benefit of this extra damage, but the fact that you get 40 crit rate and some attack is already a good start. If you don't want to do this, you can try the eyeball or you can try the music box, but I would 100% suggest go with Great Demon's Call because everybody gets it for free and it's one of the most powerful ones. When you get to the next seasons, if you're going to get the Fey Meander artifact, the Ravatrix's Roots from Season 2 or 3, because that's in Season 2, you would 100% use the Ravatrix's Roots because that gives you a lot of damage. And the stats that I have on him, you see 100% crit rate, 220 crit damage, 3.9k attack. Like I said, I run him in an Executioner. I do have this chest that gives me some crit rate and some attack. The last part, you know, attack percent and then crit rate. This part doesn't benefit me, but you know what? It works for me for now, and I'm using it. And then when it comes to these ones, obviously crit damage, and I did choose to go some defense because of in Vortex, I want to keep him a little bit alive. The cool thing also is the fact that his Dragon Remnant is not as squishy anymore. I'm not 100% sure how their HP scale, like of the summons, if it scales off of the hero or not, but it pretty much survives. Like in Vortex, the Dragon Remnant survives all the way, or you know, maybe he dies, but then everything else dies afterwards. So Isitarian is really powerful. I do have him scrolled. He does require a lot. It's 8 plus 3, 11. You require 11 scrolls, but you know what? He's so good. I 100% advise you guys to scroll him, because Isitarian is a powerful DPS in this game, and he is 100% worth building and investing into. But yeah, I guess we're gonna leave it at this for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, because you know what, everybody gets Isitarian, and I'm quite sure lots of you out there have been searching for a video to see is he actually good or not. Well, 100% he's amazing. So yeah, thank you all for watching, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.